Navi, move. Go. No, go. Go. Navi, go. Go. Halbert, cool.
sure got some speedy legs for an old fart.
I'm glad to see you're okay, Zavid.
It's not me that I'm worried about.
Melchior was highly interested in your weapon. And yet he didn't steal it. Surely a legate like him could snatch it if he wanted to.
Why bother stealing it when you can just copy its hidden formula? Some arts can decipher the workings of other arts in a split second. And guess what Melchior's specialty is?
As he left, he said, "My work here is done."
The Abbey must have some use for that unknown art. Who knows what? After all, they brought it here from another continent.
And we'll find out what they're after and crush it to dust.
Let me ask you just one question. Why do you have Siegfried?
I'm counting on you, he said. Back when I served the Exorcists, they sent me on a mission to capture Ifrid.
Zavid, you were once their slave?
Yeah, my mind was under the influence of Inominat's domain. But when Ifrid aimed this baby at me, one shot was all it took to open my eyes. The fight we had after that was one for the books. He might have been a human, but that guy was a beast. Put a song in my soul. But then Melchior had to jump in and spirit Ifrid away with one of his damned illusions. That old bastard. Playing tricks with people's minds.
But why'd he grab Ifrid and not Siegfried when he had the chance?
He probably didn't know at the time that this guy was the real prize he was after. But Ifrid knew. Right before he was taken, he distracted Melchior long enough to hand Siegfried over to me. Well, that's all I know. Whether you believe me or not is up to you.
Got it. We're done here.
Huh? That was easy.
Ifrid only says I'm counting on you to people he trusts.
Is that so?
So, what are you gonna do now?
Gotta keep looking for Ifrid. So gotta give this back and settle our score.
I doubt you have much time left to get that done.
I'd hazard a guess that until now, Melchior was unaware what Siegfried could really do. In other words, he and the Exorcists weren't able to interrogate anything out of their captive.
And now that Ifrid's no longer needed, I see no reason for them to keep him alive.
You think I don't know that?
If you really want to save Ifrid, you probably ought to team up with us.
Nope. No can do.
Why not?
You lot will do anything to achieve your goals. Even kill. Sorry, I'm a fighter, not a killer. I won't steal a single life. That's just my creed.
And I've got no intention of changing our pirate creed either.
Eisen and Zavid have their own creeds. They both have such strong principles, even though they're so different. Just like humans. Well, that was sure something. Melchior and his illusions are cheats.
There's no cheating in combat.
What I meant is that they were awfully dirty tricks for an upstanding exorcist.
And the illusions seemed so real. Had that gone on any longer, I wouldn't have been able to tell what was real and what was fake.
If it can't be distinguished from reality, perhaps one could live a happier life within the illusion.
That sort of happiness can rot.
You think so?
But by using illusions, you can defeat an opponent without causing them any physical harm.
Oh, how humane. Wow, the Abbey is so great.
Lord Melchior is an exemplary man who has served Lord Artorias since before the Abbey's founding. He's done everything from logistical planning to defense strategy and even political negotiations. He shows the utmost concern, even for his opponents, so
He turned a friendly Moloch into a dragon.
that was...
Physical wounds can heal. Emotional wounds never fully fade.
yeah, but...
Don't lose heart, Eleanor. Foul play is foul play, but you're talking to a demon and a witch. Who can judge?
I appreciate that you're trying to console me, but as an exorcist, I cannot accept this. I'm ready for this.
Well, that about does it.
I'm ready for this. Now, rise, arise, ascending
You won't get any pity or compassion from me.
You know what I mean? I can't see. I can't see that. You know. More defense, but less magic. We can do that for now. Okay, that can work. Cool.
I won't run away.
you too. I'll end this quickly.
I hope I did a good job.
Here I come.
I need to be careful not to misuse my power. We can do this. It's over, right?
I'll finish this now.
I'm not a fan of long, scary things. Have you looked in a mirror lately? You really go crazy with all that paper. You think I'm the one that's going crazy? We can do this. It's over, right? We can do this.
Not even worth my time. I'll finish this now.
Come on, put up some fight, okay?
Damn, we're smoking them.
I'll finish this now.
I did good, didn't I?
I'll finish this now.
Damn,
I
bro,
did good, didn't I?
we're just smoking these guys. I must be over level. Oh, damn. I have to go back all the way. It's kind of wild.
Here I come.
I had no problems here.
I thought I smelled someone pondering. What's on your mind, Laphicet?
I know Siegfried comes from another continent and all, but do you know anything else about it, Roboro?
Nope, can't say I do. All I care about are swords. That contraption doesn't interest me much.
I suppose that makes sense. But it looked real powerful.
Just guessing based on how we saw Zavid use it, I'd say it amplifies his power somehow.
An amplifier. It's true that he seemed to get stronger when he fired it at himself.
Yeah, and it gave that dying legendary wyvern enough strength to escape.
But wasn't it also what he used to dispel Melchior's illusions back there?
That was also amplification. The Malachim are the source of his arts. The relic pushed them past their limits and kablooey.
Suffice it to say, it can be used both offensively and defensively. It must be very hard to master.
More important is what the Abbey plans to do with it. Not that I really care.
Laphicet, may I ask you something? What is it? The girl with the umbrella from Lord Melchior's illusion. What is her connection to Eisen? I don't think he'd answer if I asked him myself.
I don't know. I was wondering about her as well. She was pretty, wasn't she?
Oh, so you like a girl who's cute, but with a bit of sophistication.
Really? I thought his type was more like the...
Shh.
What's going on?
We were discussing a delicate topic. Muffyset's first crush, if you must know.
Oh,
No, we weren't. We were just talking about the umbrella girl from the illusion.
the Umbrella Girl. That illusion made Aizen hesitate. She must be really important to him.
Indeed. It must be a deep, naughty relationship.
Come on now.
Like a wife who wants to leave, but he can never let go. Or a lover from whom he can't move on.
No, that's too wild. And she's too young.
Yeah, it's not that. What's more likely for a self-serving pirate is a daughter from a woman who only knows him by a fake name. Perhaps one whom he cast aside, or who cast him aside.
And maybe she was somebody he couldn't marry for some reason. But when she died, he raised her daughter for her.
He had been friends with her since they were children. But they only realized their true feelings after they had been married to someone else.
Was this their idea of romance? In any case, beware of girls, Luffy said.
Right.
I'll end this quickly. I still need a lot of training. And then I'll cut down anyone in my way. Don't waste my time.
Did you see that? I beat it.
Don't get careless.
Not even worth my time.
ready for this. Wow, all sorts of things popped out. Yep, it's a whimsical wonderland over here.
Don't waste my time.
A complete victory.
Oh god, the spiders. I hate these freaking spiders.
I'll show you the beauty of
Oh,
my
wrong spot.
Come on, really?
careful not to misuse my power.
I'll finish this mess.
I did good, didn't I?
I'll show you the beauty of my skill.
I'll cut down anyone in my way.
beauty of my skin! Now, rise, arise, ascending angels!
You're not hurt, are you?
No, I'm fine.
I'll show you the beauty of my skin!
It looks like no one is injured.
I found it! The beating of the weak
It's over, right?
I'll finish this now. Better watch your step! Now, rise, arise, ascending angels!
Come on, really?
Now what are we gonna do?
What's wrong?
This dog came up with a book in its mouth. Here, take a look.
Huh. It looks pretty old. I've never seen this kind of writing before.
It's not ancient Avarost, that's for sure. Part of it looks like a chronology, so maybe it's a history book?
If I were to guess, I'd say they're Meliodacian characters, which would peg it at about 2,000 years old. It's more recent than Avarost, but the writing has fallen completely out of use.
All kinds of notes are written throughout the book, too. Someone must have been studying it. If it's research material, that might make it Vidal's book. Vidal? Who's that? He's a weird kid who's way into studying history. He lives at the inn.
Could you maybe deliver the book to him for us? We were told not to get too close to him, so...
Yeah, sure. I guess.
Thanks.
My book! My book! Where could I have left it?
Are you Vidal? Is this yours?
My book! Oh, that book is super important to me. Thank you.
I'm Laphicet. I hope you don't mind that we flipped through some of it. Can you actually read Meliodacian script?
You recognize Meliodacian writing? That's unusual in this day and age.
Oh, it's not that big of a deal, really.
When I grow up, I want to be an adventurer who travels the world and explores lots of ruins. So to make sure I'm ready for anything, I've been studying ancient history, starting with the Era of Darkness.
The Era of Darkness? You're referring to the Dark Period, right?
Right. Almost no written records from the age have survived. But if you compare the history before and after, you can tell something major must have happened.
Wow, that's fascinating.
I know!
Look at those two, all worked up over an old book. My little brother was just like that too. Luffy and our brother used to.
We've received reports of suspicious persons in the area. Have you seen anything?
Not good. They're onto us.
Quickly, hide in my house.
Vidal, have you seen anyone suspicious recently?
Sorry, sir. I've been absorbed in my book.
That's all right, thanks. Look, I know it must be tough living alone with your mom. Just remember, your father's a praetor. He's out there fighting to protect us all. Keep your chin up for his sake at least, all right?
Uh-huh.
Thanks for your help, Vidal.
Vidal, your father is an exorcist?
Yeah, he is. But don't worry, I won't say anything about you and your friends. I'm your friend too.
Really?
And to prove it, I'll let everyone in on a big secret. This book tells you how to make an Omega Elixir, an incredibly ancient and powerful medicine. If I'm reading it right, you need 5 ingredients in order to create the elixir. I've only translated one of them so far, but I'll tell you what it is.
That's really nice of you, Vidal. But I don't have any way to repay you for this.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. I'd just like it if you came and talked with me again sometime.
Of course. What are friends for?
The Omega Elixir. That's an ancient medicine said to be able to cure any disease. But it was my understanding that no samples or recipes survived the Era of Darkness. Meliodacian script was used prior to the Era of Darkness, so I guess it's possible that Vidal's recipe might be legit.
He's just a kid. I don't know how much we can trust his translation.
You saw his notes. I doubt many adults could even get anything out of that book. He might be onto something.
Kids are more capable than we give them credit for, especially where their interests lie.
I think we can trust Vidal.
Luffy used to read books intently like that too.
Furthermore,
Couldn't a hypothetical Omega Elixir be quite useful to you, Velvet?
Laphicet, you look like you really want to track down those ingredients.
Yeah, I do.
Personally, I don't really care. But if you want to look for them, I won't stop you.
Okay.
This big storm came and swept me out to a Class 4 island. And let me tell you, it's as bad as the rumors make it sound. I wanted to just wait it out in a shipyard somewhere, but then the water turned all gooey. Then I had these jellyfish things coming onto the deck, and before I knew it, slugs were swimming around in the damn ocean.
Wouldn't the salt in seawater mess up a slug?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But these weren't no sea slugs neither. Scary, I'll tell you that much. You want my advice? Stay the hell away from that island altogether. But if you do go, watch out for that gooey stuff.
What did that pirate mean by Class 4? I've never heard of that.
It's a classification the Abbey uses to help inform their strategy, an estimation of how well they've been able to manage the demon outbreak in an area. Administrative Zone Classes 1 through 3 have been assigned a suitable contingent of exorcists to guarantee the population's safety.
So, Class 4 administrative zones are ones that are still unsafe?
In a perfect world, the entire kingdom would be protected, but there's just not enough manpower to go around. The Abbey doesn't send exorcists to remote areas and far-off islands. Instead, they avoid casualties by making those areas off-limits.
But that pirate mentioned he'd come close to an island. Are those policies actually enforced?
They send out an official notice to stay away, and that's all. It's not like they could blockade every tiny remote island out there. So you're free to dive into the deep end if you want, but no one will come to your rescue. Hope you know how to swim.
If they could keep the demons in check, they wouldn't have to tell people to stay clear. Frankly, I think the Abbey just doesn't want to go near places like that.
In other words, these are dangerous places that the Abbey has washed their hands of.
Makes you wonder how much they can administrate these places when they're not willing to get their hands dirty.
Are there many Class 4 administrative zones?
I've heard of 10 such regions in my time working as an inspector for the Abbey, but I'm afraid I couldn't tell you their exact locations or their current status.
If the Abbey abandoned this island, it's probably safe to assume that it's getting to be pretty dangerous.
If we go there, we're gonna want to be prepared.
Demons. There's more of them. A whole band of them rampaging through Ward Forest.
There was already one dangerous demon in those woods, and now we have more! And they're still on the loose! A lot of exorcists have come to deal with them, but...
What do these demons look like?
That's what I want to know. Those Abbey people won't tell us nothing. Every time a demon comes around, it's all, show us your cargo this and dully port for a while that. How are we supposed to catch any fish?
These demons really are a pain in the neck. If I was an exorcist, I'd lay down some justice, I tell ya. At the end of the day, it's not the demons or the exorcist that have it rough. It's us normal folk.
Anyway, you guys should be careful. There are demons about.
Thanks for the warning.
First mate! You're all right!
Sorry to worry you.
And the captain?
It turned out to be a fake. But now I know the real one's still alive somewhere.
Well, of course he is.
Not that he has a lot of time left.
What do you mean?
Calm down. I'll explain later.
Eisen, you stay calm too, okay?
And you've all taken your Salatoma?
Yes, sir.
And nobody died?
All still kicking.
Compared to your curse, sir, this sickness was tiny potatoes.
All right. Then let's get ready to sail out.
Already done, sir.
We're ready whenever.
The Pirate's Crate, huh?
There's worse out there.
It's too bad that wasn't the real Ifreed. But I'm glad everyone on the ship is feeling better.
Yeah. Though it sounds like they never want to touch that Salatoma stuff ever again.
What about Eleanor?
She took it too, and her face went all wow.
I don't mean how she looked. I mean how she actually feels.
Oh, well, she looks like she feels better too.
Good.
You're worried about her, aren't you, Velvet?
No, it's nothing like that.
Let me tell you something, kiddo. When young maidens ripen, they have trouble expressing their feelings.
So Velvet's ripen?
Mogulu! Quit giving Loppies that confusing thoughts.
No trouble expressing those feelings, I see. The Abbey is supposed to exist to bring peace and order to the world. Everything the Abbey does, everything Lord Melchior and Shepherd Artorias do, it ought to be rooted in that mission. And yet, something just doesn't feel right here.
You are dismissed. That knowledge is not for you.
Something wrong? Whoa! Easy there. Just asking.
Sorry, I was just deep in thought. Is there something you need from me?
Nah. Just heard a bunch of sighs and wondered if you were feeling sick or anything.
No, I drank my Salatoma juice.
Ah. Tasted like crap, didn't it?
It wasn't that bad.
Hey,
What?
are you afraid of demons?
No, I am not.
It's more like I despise them. 10 years ago, a group of them attacked my village. They destroyed everything. And everyone.
Including your family?
Yes. The only family I had at that point was my mother. And in all the chaos, she... All I have left of her is this hand mirror she gave me. I didn't want anyone else to have to feel the way I did. And so I became an exorcist in order to destroy demons. So you can keep your pity.
Gotcha. I will then.
What is that?
That's called a penguin, a type of bird native to this area.
Penguin.
Their meat is succulent and tender, and makes a lovely stew.
Wow, what's it taste like?
You'd eat that poor thing? Savage.
You're one to talk, demon. It was one of my mother's specialties.
All right, enough of the chit-chat. Magilu, what's this grimoire friend of yours like?
Well, how do I put it? Oh. You know, like that.
Like what?
Well, to put it in a way those of meager imagination can understand, Grimm's got a sort of listless, aristocratic air about her. A noble woman in her twilight, you could say.
Huh. So you mean like a woman, but different from Velvet and Eleanor.
You're not wrong there. Tell you what, just keep an eye out for a grown woman.
Grown woman. Okay, I got it.
Well, since we got her name, we could start by asking around.
Exactly. Now you're talking. What's up, kiddo?
Magilu, you're a grown woman yourself. So why is it you have trouble clearly expressing
Nubby.
your real feelings?
Good question.
Go.
Put simply, a long time ago, mine broke. Bagow! Chaboom! Bye-bye!
Your feelings broke?
Come on. Let's question the townsfolk.
I just realized there's a chat that people were commenting on the stream. I just now am able to see the comments on the stream, and they're kind of unhinged. I gotta use the bathroom real quick. There's no pause stream button. I don't think anyway. But I'll be right back. Get back. Get back. Hey, go. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Hey. Que apúrate, ¿no? Ya te he dicho cuántas veces te he dicho. Go. No. No.
Harpuya argues that that's stupid and pointless, since Yale's energy system could fix all of this. Doesn't want to hear it. Instead, he issues a challenge to Zero. They'll race to see who gets the Dark Elf first. With that, the Neo Arcadians leave. Before Wild does, he wonders how far Zero will get with his current body. This confuses the hero, but he returns to the Resistance before he gets out. Now, before we get into how the Resistance handles all this, I want to touch base with Neo Arcadia for a second. The Wild Numbers audio drama within the remastered tracks Telos album shows that the Guardians were treated like shit after this. After Copy X returns, he immediately unbanishes Wild and makes him a prominent government figure. With this newfound power, the Doctor commands everyone to focus on capturing the Dark Elf. When Harpuya returns to see how his friends are doing, he finds out that only 3 people were selected to work on their repairs. 3! Which isn't good because Omega gets revived and infected. treat him like trash and talk about Weil like he's their master. When the Guardian asks what the hell is going on, they reveal that the Doctor upgraded them. Now they're his battle-ready servants known as the Weil Numbers. This is the worst kind of revenge for them. Weil was really like, you banished me? Copy. Now you're my slaves. I also like how Inti creates her list of Wily numbers from classic Mega Man in this bit. Anyway, back to New Resistance. Once Zero tells them that getting the Dark Elf before Neo Arcadia should be their top priority. He later speaks with Servo, who grants him the Shield Boomerang and new Recoil Rod. Then once the operators are ready, they give Zero his first 4 missions. This time the bosses are the Wild Numbers. The first is Blazin' Flizzard, the former Left Flame Judge. He was originally built to work in hot places, and his combat mode is based on the Front Leg Lizard. Now, all the judges are classified as Mutos Reploids, but I'm not sure if they've always had their combat modes or they got them when Wild did his redesigning. If you do, let me know in the comments. Next is Childry and Aramita, the former Left Ice Judge. His ice abilities were meant to stop overheating, but now he's the most brutal of the Wild Numbers. As for his inspiration, he's missing the white hair of Inaba, an old Japanese Japanese folk tale. That's why Inaba, Rabbit, and there is Devil Bat Shield, the former right gunner judge based on the bat. And fun fact, his design seems to be based on the second form of Phantom. The last of these 4 bosses is Death Tan's Mantisk. Vice Judge. He's based on the Mantis and was originally built for execution. Apparently his battle prowess is so top tier that he was given an especially durable blade sharpened at the atomic level. Are they trying to get this guy to cut vibranium? Cause jeez. While Zero's taking these guys down, he runs into Kreia and Kreia, but they don't like him. They berate him for pushing their mom around a century ago, and go as far as to call him a faker. Later they meet up with Weil, who tricks them into helping him by saying that he created the Dark Elf. So technically he's their grandfather. In Neo Arcadia, Harpoon tries talking some sense into Copy X, but his master is long gone. Instead of listening to the Guardian, he demotes all of them. He believes that Weil has learned from his mistakes, so in the worst move possible, he puts him in command of Neo Arcadia's army. And the timing couldn't be more perfect for the Mad Doctor, as he reports that he found the location of the Dark Elf. So they begin working on a missile that will get Omega to it before anyone. Back at the Resistance, they find out about this missile, but have no idea where it's being aimed. They send Zero over to the missile factory to try and stop it, and in the process, they find out that the weapon is being sent
60
to a
years since he passed them.
district. This dude Weil is wildin'. Zero attempts to thwart his plans, but the baby elves hold him off long enough for the missile to hit its target. Once Zero gets to what's left of the blade, it's too late. Omega fuses with the Dark Elf right in front of him. Then the asshole baby elves ask the monster to take out Zero. Harpoon comes in to try and help, asking Weil if this wasteland is what he calls justice. But
Come,
Omega mobs support
sinner,
him easily.
and repent
Zero
your
knows there ain't
wicked
no case to face
deeds.
off.
Are you talking to me, perchance?
I am. You look so deeply sinful, I wouldn't even know where to begin. Now confess!
Oh, how long have I waited to bare my soul to someone? But I've always lacked the courage. Praise be to the Empyreans who have bestowed upon me this chance today.
Ah, your devotion to the Empyreans is most...
No, it is you who has captured my devotion, my darling. There's no one else I want but you.
What? Me? But my life is in service to the Empyreans.
Hush. I want you to look at me the way I look at you. Hold me, darling. Smother me in your embrace.
I don't...
Those were the kind of lines I read in a romance novel. It wasn't even that exciting a book. I wasted so many hours with that piece of trash. Please, forgive me for not putting myself to better use.
Ah! Lying. To a priest! How could you?
Oh, no. I meant to confess my sins, but instead my confession was another sin. Forgive me, Father.
where I transgressed once more.
I don't want to forgive you. Come, sinner.
Who? Me? I don't think I've done much that needs repenting.
No, my son, you must be mistaken. For I can tell just from how you dress that a great many sins weigh heavily upon your heart. But it's not too late for you yet. You must confess your sins and repent.
Yeah, I hear you, but I really can't think of anything.
Have you ever wielded violence?
No, all I wield are my swords.
Well, have you hurt anybody with your swords?
Yeah, but I haven't been able to land a killing blow yet. I've still got a long way to go. But the next time, I'll kill him.
No, you have it all wrong. You must repent for how you've used your swords.
Oh, I get it. I need to improve my cutting technique, right?
That's not what I meant either.
Ah, and what do you mean? It's a priest's job to guide the layman, right? You'll have to start speaking more clearly if you want anyone to trust your advice. Get your act together, man.
Yes. I'll reflect upon the error of my ways. Wait, what?
Hey. Go. Go.
It's become common practice to use Southgan lumber for shipbuilding, but there's a reason. Our trees really are the best for it.
Natan trees only grow in Southgand. Their wood is light, tough, and doesn't rot. Perfect for shipbuilding.
You know your stuff. Long ago, before people knew how to build seafaring vessels, Midgan and Southgan were separate countries. Then our ancestors fashioned rafts out of Natan logs and floated all the way to Midgan. A Midgan craftsman, amazed to see a humble raft cross the open sea, returned with our ancestors here to Southgan.
He had used the Natan logs to build a large, sturdy ship.
Thanks to him, commerce took off between Midgan and Southgan, and the age of exploration began. The excitement of a new age had everyone floating on air, but within mere decades, Midgan declared war on Southgan.
Ironically enough, it was ships made from trees from their islands that enemies used to invade them.
The fighting continued for a long time, but in the end, Midgan emerged the victor. Our islands were occupied. As hard as things were, our ancestors still liked to joke about it. They'd say, age of exploration? More like age of exploitation.
When things were that bad, they could still joke about it?
Southganders have always been a cheerful bunch. We tend to look for the silver lining in every cloud. It may not seem like it these days, but Southgand used to be a place where the laughter would never cease. Some people even used to call it shenanigans.
Shenanigans. This must have been a really fun place.
Still no leads on that grimoire lady.
Mogulo, when did you get that letter from her you mentioned?
Hard to say. It must have been last year? A decade ago?
Take this seriously, or I'll feed you to the sharks.
Oh, what? I think I'd at least rate a Kraken.
Keep this up and I swear I'll eat. It's them.
The final preparations are complete. Once you've assumed your new post, everyone will act on your command.
Thank you, sister. But to be honest, I worry that these shoes I'm filling might just be a bit too big for me.
You need not worry. You possess a special strength and quality that others lack. Shepard Artorias has high hopes for your deployment to Palamedes. Fear not. Just be yourself and you'll do fine. Believe you're a leader, and you will be.
Yes, I'll try to make you proud, sister.
They're sending him to Palamedes? Is that the name of the facility on this island?
I had better get going.
Safe travels.
Oh, one more thing. Be careful around the demon in Haria. It's stronger than it looks. We've even had some casualties.
Understood.
Also, if you must drink the water, remember to boil it.
Sister,
I know, I worry too much. But I just can't help myself.
So, there's a demon in Haria. Sounds like it's a pretty feisty one, too.
If so, it may prove useful.
Still, what magical timing for Oscar to show up here at the very same hour we do.
I understand your suspicion of me, but have you any proof?
None, it's true. But as an exorcist, you're certainly sympathetic to the Abbey's cause.
Then soon you may wish we were sympathetic.
Eleanor hasn't been snitching on us. I'm sure of it.
And how would you know? Are you watching her even when she's taking a bath?
Huh? No, I don't. stay outside when she's taking a bath. And
Then isn't it possible she's communicating with the Abbey in secret while you're not there?
You pledged to obey me until the day you die, correct?
Yes, that I did.
Remember, when you two trade blows, only the Abbey wins.
One less demon, one less traitor for them to worry about.
while we're standing around here arguing, that demon could be attacking Grimoire.
It's true. Let's find some more people to question around town.
I mean, that's all because Maggie Lou just fucking...
So what's it really like?
Huh?
The connection between Moloch and Vessel. Do you share, like, thoughts and feelings?
Sort of. When I'm dwelling inside Eleanor, I can see what she sees and hear what she hears. But I can't read her thoughts or her emotions. Sitting in a box doesn't teach you how the box feels.
I see. In that case, I want to give her as little time alone as possible.
I don't want to bathe with her, alright?
I know. You're a boy and all. For her baths, we can send Bienfu. No, that's a bad idea. It'll have to be Magulu, or myself.
Phew.
What sort of boundaries have you and Eleanor drawn? How do you sleep?
We talk before bed sometimes, but it's not like I'm sleeping by her side or anything. It's easier for me to tell when she wakes up if I'm dwelling inside her.
Does she ever get out of bed at night?
Not in my experience. And she sleeps so peacefully.
Huh?
When she's around you guys, she always looks so stern. But when she's sleeping, her expression is softer, you could say. She lets her hair down too. And I think it's kind of pretty anyway.
Huh. So that's what he likes. Well, keep an eye on her, but
But?
watch out for the older girls.
Huh? Teresa and Oscar sure seem close.
I've known them since I was an initiate, but I've never seen them quarrel, not even once.
Did you ever fight with your brother, Velvet?
Yeah, I guess I did. Sometimes I'd chew him out, and he'd sulk and stop talking to me, but I found that adorable too.
You did?
No matter how much he dug in his heels, or tried to talk like he was in charge, after a while he'd be right there trailing along behind me.
Like a little puppy dog.
Puppies are a lot more obedient. I always had to keep an eye on him. Little brothers are odd creatures.
Rokuro's a little brother. Is he adorable too?
I don't think a little brother who's out to kill you is in any way adorable.
But Shigure seemed like he was having fun.
Sometimes you just don't make sense.
Huh? I don't know.
Little brothers.
Do you have any siblings?
I'm an only child.
Well then, that's perfect. You pretend the boy is your little brother.
Huh?
That's a bit extreme. But actually, when I'm talking with Laphicet, sometimes I think, this is what having a brother must feel like.
I could be Eleanor's brother.
Don't take any of this nonsense seriously, Laphicet. Malakim are just tools to exorcists. She can never think of you as her brother.
Oh, yeah.
You're wrong. I've changed how I view Malakim. I know that's true because I can think of him as a brother.
Right.
She's all talk. Don't believe her.
It seems to me like you're the one who's treating him as a tool, by forcing your own opinions upon him.
Ooh, two sisters struggling with the affection of their brother. Eeny teeny candlestick. Which one will the Muppet pick?
How about an older brother instead?
Achoo! What the fucking window, what? Let's talk about the people. Navić. Yeah, this is not the most exciting part. I can imagine. It's just like picking out their stats
Zero
and
knows
things.
they're in no condition to face off against this guy now, so he and Harpuya return to the Resistance. There, the Guardian is sent to serve both of the pairs, but Neo Arcadia hits them up before they have any time to regroup. Since they have the Dark Elf, they offer a proposition. The Resistance has no hope of winning this war now, so Weil and his puppet ask for Ciel's energy system. They can combine it with the Dark Elf to obtain all the energies. But Ciel is like, you risked the lives of countless people just to get the Dark Elf. You think I'm gonna trust you with my work? Kick rocks. So Copy X is like, fine, bitch. I was holding back because you're a human. But screw that. You have a monopoly on power and that dangerous Warrior Zero backing you up. We're not gonna end all of you. Bye. With that, Neo Arcadia pulls an Operation Righteous Strike and sends the task force straight to their front door. Leading the charge are 3 or 5 Mutos Reploids from previous titles. Anubis Necromancis the Fifth, the New Machine R, and Blizak Stagroth R. After taking them out, Zero is finally confronted by Copy X Mark II. The Fake asks Zero why he'd side with extremists. All the humans are on Neo Arcadia's side right now, so anyone against them must be a bad guy. But Zero hits him with the most real statement he's dropped so far. What's the value in the justice that complacent humans seek? This is one of the reasons why Zero's story is so dope to me. It instills the fact that this isn't just a battle between good and evil. Because think about it, this whole timeline involved robots protecting humans. Copy X is still stuck in that belief. However, Zero presents an even more valid point. If the humans in Neo Arcadia are not even involved in all this, are they really the ones that the Reploid should be listening to? When you put yourself in human shoes, it's easy to side with Copy X because from the inside looking out, it just seems like Zero and the Resistance are attacking them during an energy crisis. However, once you get past the walls, it becomes obvious that the Reploids and the Resistance are fighting for their freaking lives. All of this perfectly displays how so much can change if we all take a second step back and see things from another perspective. As we see here, being stuck in your own bubble can be extremely detrimental to your growth and society. Life lesson aside, Zero and Copy X then duke it out, with our boy coming out on top once again. Afterwards, Cyber Elf X appears to tell his clone the truth. Weil used him. In fact, he's not even here to help. He left with Omega already. Copy X grows furious, complaining about how he's always treated like a fool. But in the midst of transforming, he explodes. Bro, I know making him was a mistake, but my heart still really goes out to this guy. Once again, Copy X thought he was doing the right thing. He just wanted to be a hero. But no matter what, he always gets shafted. X even suggests that Wily might have rigged him to explode. But fam, shit's about to get worse. Wow sends out a broadcast in Neo Arcadia announcing that Zero and the Resistance killed their leader, Copy X. Remember, the humans had no idea Copy X even died in Zero One. Then he declares that according to Ordinance Number 8, this makes him the ruler of Neo Arcadia. His first command, eviscerate the Resistance. In response, X questions if the Mad Doctor is trying to repeat the events that led to the Elf Wars. So they did, because if he is, they need to stop him yesterday. Back at the Resistance base, Zero's given his last 4 missions, and stopping him from completing them are the final 4 gentle judges. First is Cuban Foxstar, the former Right Flame judge. She's based on the Kitsune, the trickster fox from Japanese mythology. She uses 9 remote-controlled machines called the Nine-Tail Fires to mess with their opponents in battle. She also wins the award for Best Boss Design in this game. It was close, but her resemblance to Renamon gave her the W, not gonna lie. Next is Glacier Le Cactan, the former Right Ice judge. He's based on the Barrel Cactus and was originally built to bring vaccines and drinkable water to isolated areas. Third is Voltiel Biblio, the former Left Thunder judge. He's based on the eel, but his second name, Biblio, is a prefix that pertains to books. This references the fact that he guards the same sunken library that El Paizo investigated. And last is Tratista Calvarian, the former Dark and Chief judge. He's based on Cerberus, the 3-headed dog that guards the gates of Hades in Greek mythology. What makes this reference go even harder, though, is that this guy actually has 3 individual thought processes that debate every decision to allow for the keenest level of judgment. He's like Alien X from Ben 10, but a million times weaker. Sadly, when Weil altered the judges, this messed with his thought processes. So now he don't think too good. After beating this set of bosses, Zero returns with data on the Elf Wars and the Dark Elf. Harpui is doing better now, so he goes to speak with him. But the guy claims that being here sucks. Being cast out from Neo Arcadia was one thing, but getting help by the Resistance? Ew! So he leaves to try and stop Weil. After reviewing the data Zero got, the Resistance then discovers the truth about the Elf Wars, but Weil is always watching. He throws a big-ass L at them right after by speaking to the Resistance operators. He tells them that Omega is perfect now. He's able to control all Reploids without the need for baby elves. With that, he begins to control the minds of Reploids around the world. Son, I'm sorry. Can we just pay our respects to this man, please? This dude's not only gonna think a plan more evil than anything Wily or Sigma came up with, but he's winning, bro. He's outplaying everyone right now. He tells the Reploids and humans that this is what they get for banishing him. Now he has the whole world in the palm of his hand. His last command to his Reploid army is to inscribe his name on the world. You see what I mean? They should have killed this guy when they had the chance. They heard Weil, thought it was Wily, and underestimated him. Now look, world domination. Luckily, Cyber Elf X is able to disable the brainwashing within the vicinity. And thank God it doesn't work on him or Zero. Once they collect themselves, they head out to destroy Omega and stop Weil once and for all. However, according to the Light and Shadow audio drama, X has a little backup plan set up. At the beginning of the title, a Resistance member named Tyrondel mentions how the appearance of Omega opened up a rift into cyberspace. This is sort of the afterlife for Reploids. X found Phantom here and asked him to help Zero now that he's fighting for the safety of humans and Reploids. But Phantom states that he will only be the blade for X, no one else. What he can do is test Zero to make sure that he's capable of taking on this challenge. I want to be mad, but this makes perfect sense for his character. Phantom is loyal to Daddy X and Daddy X only. Except for that one time with Copy X, but we don't talk about that anymore. Afterward, he and Cyber Elf X find Leviathan and Fafnir drifting in cyberspace. X asks him the same thing he asked Phantom, but they tell him no because Zero is their prey. They want to fight him, not help him. However, they hit us with the whole, but only we're allowed to beat him, so we're gonna help anyway, shtick. Back to Zero. On his way to Omega, he enters cyberspace and fights against Phantom. The Guardian reveals that he knows everything about the Dark Elf and the Elf Wars, but he still thinks Zero is unworthy. However, after Zero beats him, he changes his mind and encourages everyone to cross blades with Weil's monster. Once he confronts the Doctor, the
Hey, this doll? It looks like Bienfu.
Ah, a keen eye you have, young man. That is a doll of the Empyrean Aminoch.
That's Empyrean Aminoch?
Yep, no doubt about it. I've seen her with my own eyes. Real dignified, but not without a bit of a temper.
You saw her? Why was she angry?
Well, the Abbeys banned any profession of the Aminochian faith in Southgand, despite her popularity. Gotta assume that's what got her all bent out of shape. I tried talking to her, but no matter what I said, she was just like, oh.
Wait, that sounds like... And that low energy goddess you saw? The doll you've got here looks like her?
Yeah, more or less.
Ha! Fortune smiles upon thee, weary adventurers. That listless goddess is none other than Grim.
Grimoire isn't human?
When did I ever say she was? So, Shopkeep, where'd you see her?
I think it was down by McClear Beach.
Pensively watching the tide come in? That's her, all right. Quickly, to the beach!
Now that it's destroyed,
What?
we see his true form. It's Zero. Then Wild, as cocky as ever, announced that this is the true Zero. All the way back when he made Omega before the Alpha Wars, he used Zero's original body. Zero doesn't have time to comprehend this though, because Omega sent at him for another round. Luckily, he defeats him once again. When the Dark Elf leaves his body and starts healing him, our boy is left speechless. But then the Guardians appear to back him up. Along with that, the corruption of the Dark Elf starts fading. Now this is mad cool to watch happening. Like we're finally seeing Zero and the Guardians working together. However, a Newgrounds creator by the name of Flame Zero made this whole moment even cooler with the sprite animation Mega Man Zero class categories. I originally watched this back, but I remember it being so low that it got me into sprite animation for all of like a month. Yeah, I tried it and it was mad hard. I had no idea it was going to be that tedious. Regardless, I just wanted to bring it up because I feel like anyone interested in Mega Man Zero lore would really, really love that video. I'll have the link in the description. Anyway, Cyber Elf X then comes in to reassure Zero with the truth. His body may not be that of the original Zero, but his heart definitely is, and that's what matters. With newfound resolve, Zero delivers a finishing blow to Omega, which causes him to explode. Afterward, while he's lying unconscious, X contacts him to tell him that his energy is fading. He's leaving everything up to him now. He needs to defeat Weil and save the world. Later, he meets up with the Resistance base to see the now uncorrupted Mother Elf. She leaves soon after, and Zero wonders if they should follow her. But Ciel insists that they should let her. People have been using her left and right after all. The title then ends with Ciel encouraging Zero, just like X did in the battle with Omega. He stares off into the distance and declares that he is Zero. Now it's time to bring this saga to a close. Let's get into the next chapter and talk about the final game in this timeline. Mega Man Zero 4.
It's a true shame that Lady Teresa will be leaving our island.
I'm a little relieved, to tell you the truth. She was a bit too strict for a free soul like me.
I guess not even the heat of Southgand could melt her icy cold personality.
But strict as she was also fair. She never asked anyone to do what she wouldn't do herself. Even when we were fighting with Haria Village over the temple, she kept her cool and listened to what they had to say. If it wasn't for her, we'd probably still be squabbling with Haria.
That's true. But did the Abbey really need to take over the temple for themselves? She was really pretty, too.
Sorry to whoever takes her place, but she's the only exorcist for me. Lady Teresa Linares, you were our protector. Yeah, we need the chilly charms of the Frozen Queen to cool down the heat in Southgand. The way those ice-cold eyes of hers looked down at me with disdain, like I was something filthy. Teresa forever!
Wow. There's one in every town.
The Mother Elf only saves Zero. Crazy. As you probably guessed, Wile's rule is way worse than Copy X's. So humans started leaving Neo Arcadia and the Troves. Asia and her caravan are some of those humans, and they're currently being chased down by Wild's army. He replaced the Pantheons with a slightly tougher variants. This could be a strategy, but I'm guessing that going from blue to purple is a base reference. However, Wild's name in Japan is Vile, so it can also be a Vi reference. But in turn, does that also make it a base reference still? Because isn't Vile in and of itself a base reference? I don't know. It could be a Vi reference, it could be a base reference. Y'all get it. Luckily for the
Southgand lumber exports have been on the rise, but so has the popularity of Southgand cuisine.
Like Pengyang?
Pingyongs are our flagship food, and our Pingyong farms are flourishing. But oranges, bananas, and our other fruits also sell well.
I've never had any oranges or bananas.
Oranges are sweet but tart and very juicy. They're the perfect refreshment on a hot day.
They're that fruit that glows in the dark, right? Also known as candle fruit?
That's the one. And now bananas. They're soft, sweet, and filling when eaten raw. But if you dry them out, they get crunchy like peanuts. And they stay good for years. South Gand is pretty well off compared to other places. The fish are plentiful, and the trees are heavy with fruit. That's why I'm shipping the excess to other towns.
This guy here, he's a true sailor.
Yeah, good luck. I wish you the best.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate it.
Caravan were caught up in the wars caused by Reploids, so they're not cool. With that, she leaves while Zero and Seal return to the recipe resistance. Back at base, she expresses how bad she feels for the humans. She didn't even know there were some who felt the same way Nietzsche and her caravan did. So she decides to completely ignore what the journalist said and looks for the coordinates of Area Zero in an effort to help them. But as they find it, they discover that Wild's forces are already on the way. So it's actually a good thing Seal decided to butt in. But next time, maybe don't. Zero rushes over there, and the pure beauty of the greenery takes both him and Seal back for a sec. After he clears the area, he runs into another Reploid named Pablo Kakapitri. And tell me how Zero just calls him a random grunt. You can take Zero's body, but you can never take away his savagery. Of course, the guy feels insulted by this. Before he's able to fight our boy, his squad was up to stop him. Now, before we get another huge reference to Norse mythology, if you didn't already know, Valhalla houses spirits of the dead warriors who Odin, the Allfather, deemed worthy. This band of spirits was known as the Einherjar. They fought all day, but their wounds were healed by the evening. The Valkyries, Odin's helpers, would tend to them. Now this all sounds nice, right? Like, from hearing this, someone would want to die an epic death just to get into Valhalla. But remember what we learned from my God of War video, folks. Can we trust in these gods? The Valkyries' job didn't begin in Valhalla. They were also responsible for choosing who got admitted, and they'd go as far as setting shit up just so a worthy warrior would die and join Odin's little club. This is all because when Odin faces Fenrir during Ragnarok, the Einherjar is who he brings to battle with him. But Ragnarok is the end of everything, so they all die anyway. So Odin was up there secretly enlisting people to his army by setting them up. Crazy. I know that was a wild tangent, but it will all make sense later. Trust me. Back to this area. We're all Mutos Reploids. First, there is He-Gem, who's based in the black tortoise known as the Genbu. Ted Kraken is based in the Kraken, the sea beast from Norse mythology, and used to be part of the Fennec Shadow Squad. Yo, there were so many people in Phantom Squad, like, it must have really, really screwed them over when he died. After his former master's death, he disappeared. He's only back now taking revenge on Zero. Pegasalta Eclair is based on the Pegasus. The last bit of his name, Eclair, is French for flash of lightning, referencing his element.
The people of Southgate originally worshipped Amun, the Empyrean of water. The lives of the people of the Southern Isles are inherently tied to the sea, whether it was gratitude for a good catch or an appeal for protection. Everyone offered their prayers to Amun.
But the Abbey worships Innominat, don't they? Do the people still keep their faith?
Most of the people obey the will of the Abbey. But one small village deep in Southgand is a special case. The village is called Havia, and even now they keep their faith in Aminoch. They even quarreled with the Abbey. I'm grateful that they fight off the demons. I really am. But do they have to dictate which gods we worship too?
I think they do. It's their truth. Then again, they can't control what's in your heart, can they?
Responsible for keeping the world healthy. However, after an enchantment is cast on her by Oberon's servant, Puck, she begins acting out of the ordinary. Fenrir Luna Edge, this game's boss design winner, once went berserk after trying out an alternate cyborg. He was playing cryogenic stasis to calm his ass down, only to be awoken by a while later. He's also another one inspired by Norse mythology, as his name comes from Fenrir, the wolf giant and child of Loki who was destined to face Odin in Ragnarok. Phino Magnus, or Minnow Magnus, based on the Minotaur from Greek mythology, used to be a part of a mass transportation unit. He joined WoW because he was promised unlimited energy. And last is the one Zero called a random grunt, Pablo Kakapitri. He was heavily involved with the development of hacker-type cybercriminals, but lost his job once he became more popular. So he serves WoW out of gang. He's also inspired by mythology. and weapon dubbed Ragnarok. He plans to use it to destroy all nature around the world, so folks have no choice but to stay in Neo Arcadia. This man is so salty about his banishment that he wants to imprison everyone. I'll say it again. Y'all should have ended this man when you had the chance. Crap has a exposition by telling Zero that heroes are a thing of the past. Wild owns the world now, and he'll soon realize that there is no fighting against him. Afterwards, Zero regroups with the Resistance. They confirm that their top priority is warning the caravan about Wild's plan. Alouette also gives Zero a new cyber-elf she names Qua, which is French for believe. The Mega Man knowledge base states that this is in line with the title's overarching theme of belief. We'll talk about this more later, but in my opinion, that theme is pretty apparent throughout the whole series. From Zero 1, we watched Zero struggle with the end. Was he the hero everyone thought he was, or was he just a red reploid who happened to look like him? Zero 3 was the true test at that point, which is why it was so fitting that the game ended with him confidently saying that he is Zero. But now, if the humans want to be saved, they're gonna have to believe in Zero 2. And sadly, that didn't seem like a possibility right now. So he and Zero head to Nietzsche's caravan to try and warn them. They say they want nothing to do with it. They'll protect themselves. I mean, good luck with that. So Zero and the squad decide to help in the shadows by going after the 8 Harrier 8 warriors. After taking out 4 of them, the Resistance gets word that boss forces are heading to the human settlement again. However, once Zero gets there, the place is already in ruin. After saving a bunch of the survivors, he finds Kraft, who seems to be looking for something. Our boy asks him how he, a warrior of Neo Arcadia, can be okay with all this. But Kraft hits him with the whole, "Oh, I don't understand. Wild won. This is all we can do." Their conversation leads to a duel, which Zero wins. But he notices the commander went easy on him. That's odd. So he asks him why they attacked the settlement in the first place. Kraft avoids the question though. Then Nietzsche pulls up and reveals that she and Kraft had history. She's like, "Sir, back when I was traveling the world, you were cool peoples. You talked about how you want to protect humanity. The hell is all this?" But Kraft tells her that he's still trying to do that. Then he grabs her and dips. So obviously, Zero plans to save her. Even after hearing her come at him at the beginning of the game, he still wants to do what's right. But the humans, they switch up real quick. They believe that she's a traitor because she was being buddy-buddy with the Reploid. So outside of Bryce and Typhon, nobody is down to do a thing to save her. This ticks Zero off. He calls them just as cowardly as the humans in Neo Arcadia. If this is how they move, what was the point in even leaving? This is why I think getting the humans more involved in this title was such a smart choice of Inti Create Squad. Up until now, these guys were just the damsels who always needed saving. Outside of when they were inventing shit, this is the first time their perspective is really being shown. I mean, in this case, they're wrong, but still, getting their take on everything adds a whole new layer to the story. Zero heads back to the Resistance base, and it's hilarious seeing how pretty much everyone is worried about Nietzsche. Her own people abandoned her, yet these Reploids that they hate so much are trying to help. Zero manages to find her location, but she wonders if this is even the right call. If humans want nothing to do with them, will they ever be able to build a world where both can live together in peace? But the caravan hits them up and admits they were wild. They ask the Resistance to save their friend. Zero's like, "Y'all still some bitches. But yeah, don't worry, I'll save your girl." He breaks into Wild's prison, fights through his guards, then gets to the list. He sees her settlement center. She thanks him before they leave. She wants to speak with Kraft. When she was traveling the world, he saved her from Mavericks, and she eventually fell for him. Kraft comes in and admits that he fell in love with her too. That's why he's doing what he's doing. If he doesn't get her to Neo Arcadia, then she'll die with the rest of her group. In response, Nietzsche rightfully calls that cowardly thinking. But then Wild comes in, saying that a human like me has no right to talk. He rants about his banishment again, and asks if the journalist will join Kraft or die trying to oppose him. To which she tells him that she'd rather laugh in the face of death than live under his roof. With that, she sets off a flashbang and escapes with Zero. Once back, the caravan apologizes for their harsh attitude, while the Resistance wonders if this means they can all finally live together in peace. Later, Nietzsche admits to Zero that she was wrong for believing the propaganda spread by Neo Arcadia. She sees now that he truly is a hero. Afterwards, Zero takes out the rest of the 8 Harrier. And for a moment, it looks like the conflict is finally over. But they catch a strong energy reading coming from space. Then Wild contacts them, saying that he outplayed them again. The 8 Harrier was a decoy meant to distract them long enough for him to finish Ragnarok. He has an aim at them as they speak. So remember that Norse war went over about Valhalla and Ragnarok? Well, if you think about it, Wild is pretty much doing the same thing Odin did. He led his warriors to their deaths to fulfill Ragnarok. lets the operator system into the weapon, but they can't. So Wild continues talking shit, even says that he wants to watch them scream as they die. Then Crap interrupts everything, telling them that he's up in the weapon right now, and he changed his target. He's aiming it at Neo Arcadia. Now, Crap, I see what you're doing, and kudos are doing the right side, but you could have just turned it off, or aim it somewhere else. Neo Arcadia still has innocent people living there. Both CL and Wild bring that up, but Craft's love for Nietzsche has taken over. He's set on his decision. This is what I was talking about before with the true meaning of going Maverick, because technically, Craft is going OD Maverick right now. He's going to destroy countless humans and reptiloids just to get to Wild. And the main thing pushing him is his drive to protect Nietzsche. Okay, so after taking another look at the Mega Man Zero 4 script, I kinda rescind this statement. Like, I still feel like Crap is heavily being influenced by his love for Nietzsche, but from what he's saying here, it more so seems like she inspired him to want to take a drastic measure to change the world, because he talks a lot about how he wants to change the world by doing this, and it's more than just taking out Wily with Ragnarok. I feel like he also believes that this hardship that the humans will face from this laser is going to lead to change for them, which makes a lot of sense with what happens later. So yeah, still feel like Crap was inspired by his love for Nietzsche, but I feel like it was very much a need to want to change the world that really took over here, you know. But yeah, he still went Maverick for believing in something, so that part's still right. All right, back to the video. In a panic, Seal sends the Resistance to evacuate Neo Arcadia. Then using Craft's coordinates, they send Zero to the weapon. He fights through it until he reaches the commander, who has already fired once and is planning to do it again. They fight, and of course, Zero wins. He tells the Reploid that they are robots built for war. They need to give the world to the humans. As machines, it's their job to lend their strength to the ones they trust. But Craft responds with possibly the realest question a Reploid has asked in this timeline. Who should they trust? The humans who sit back and watch the world crumble? The folks like Wild who want to dominate the world? How do they decide who to assist? Zero tells them that there was once a kind Reploid, X, who he made a promise to. He chooses to trust the people he trusted. This makes Craft lament about the fact that he couldn't find the internet to fully trust Nietzsche. Afterwards, CL gets in contact with Zero. Craft decides to stay because he can't face the woman he loves. Then Zero teleports back. He low-key breaks down to Nietzsche, saying that she was right. As long as he keeps fighting, he's just like Wild. Now the blood of Craft is on his hands. But Nietzsche tells him it's cool. He did the right thing by taking him out. Meanwhile, the Resistance reports that they safely evacuated a good amount of the Neo Arcadia population. According to the Val's incident epilogue, that first attack took out over 20 million people. And guess what? Wild is nowhere to be found. Craft did all that just to miss. But the craziness doesn't stop here. The Resistance finds out that Ragnarok is still active and accelerating towards Area Zero. Zero has no choice but to go back and try to stop it. So he speaks to the Resistance in Caravan one last time before heading out. And it's cute that many of the humans talk about how they look up to Zero question he freaked out about in X4.
What am I waiting for?
And it's wrapped up neatly with the theme of belief by Zero telling
I'm not
Ciel
sure
to
where I'm
believe
supposed to
in him
go.
right before fighting Wild. So Zero and Wild fight for one last time, and the Doctor fails again. Zero's plan works, and most of Ragnarok burns off as it enters the atmosphere. But sadly, the only thing left of him is his damaged helmet. And unfortunately, yes, this is the end for Zero. Inti Creates purposely killed him off to officially close the book on this series. They didn't see a reason to make a Zero-5. However, Ciel believes that he will return someday. Until then, they'll work diligently with the rest of the survivors to build the world that he, Light, and X fought for. A world where Reploids and humans can live in peace. With that, the game comes to a close, but there's still a bit more lore than aforementioned Vile's incident. The full name is Vile's Incident Eden Dome, Incident Rebirth. It's included in the remastered tracks Physis album. It goes over the events of Zero 3 and 4. In lore, it's a piece written by a journalist named Montagne 2 years after Operation Ragnarok's failure. He mentions that he's creating this so people in the future don't forget. In it, he gives more details about the horrors the day that New Arcadia fell. The fact that many were caught completely off guard by the attack. I didn't even think about the fact that the humans in Neo Arcadia didn't know about Ragnarok. So most of them were just having a regular day. And then, boom, over 20 million dead. However, he goes on to add that this moment opened the humans' eyes, especially when Ragnarok was destroyed.
So this is
They
Mother
realized this was the
Beach.
result
I
of
hope
their
she's
own
actually
choices.
here. I can fight too. Just how does this sword work?
Don't touch it. You'll hurt yourself.
In other words, the rest of her is fair game.
Not unless you really want to get hurt. You better be ready.
I did good, didn't I?
Don't waste my time.
That
incredible.
I'm ready for this.
What about this one? It's hungry? Bingo! Very nice. And this?
It's disturbingly happy.
Argue, Lou. You're making it kind of obvious.
Oh, yo, Robert, what's up? My night's been pretty good, very peaceful, Robert.
Hey, is everyone alright?
Yeah, I'm just now seeing the comments. It's been a peaceful night, Robert. I've just been streaming. I ate a really strong edible, so I've been nodding off here and there. I need to get some coffee. But the night's been good.
Come on, really?
That sounds pretty dope. That sounds like he tricked out his room, honestly. That's a, I mean, that... I used to do that with the couch when I was a kid. Except back then we didn't have LED lights like that. It's impressive, dude. It sounds impressive.
Did you see my complete and utter victory? Did you?
It sounds impressive, honestly.
I won't run away.
Uh-oh. Big boss time. Wait, what'd you say? Like he has 2 beds in there? There's a giant king size blanket. Connected to the middle of it, and it's like house underneath too. It's like his mansion. My daughter opened a new business. That does sound like his own tiny mansion. What kind of business did she open? That was
It's a
clutch. That
whimsical
was close
wonderland
stuff.
over here.
Alright, let me read your comments. For young leaves for gymnasts. That sounds fucking wild. The whole tumor thing.
This grimoire who we're searching for is a Moloch like Bienfu. To be honest, I don't see how someone so different can be a Moloch just the same as Laphicet or Aizen.
I understand your doubts. It's quite the tangly mess.
I'll tell you anything!
In that case, I've been wondering, what's underneath your hat?
Oh no! Anything but that!
So, we've hit a wall already.
But that ribbon flaps around and gets in the way, right? Could I take it off for you?
No! No! That's not possible! You mustn't remove the ribbon!
That does
Why
make
not?
you a dub grandfather, bro.
That's another thing I can't say!
At least it makes you a little
It's
more
all pants
easy
with you.
for you to understand them.
Alright, is there anything you can tell me?
I could talk about what type of Malachim we are, or our position in the world of Malachim, or our abilities. Oh, I'd like to know all that. Then I will tell you. Listen closely. We Norman are a well-established race of Malachim. Compared to other Malachim, we aren't as adept at manipulating natural forces, but we excel at drawing out and heightening the abilities of others.
Think of them as a convenient power-up.
They're also known as common spirits.
Don't even say that! We Norman hate being called that.
Why is it so painful for you?
Because it makes people think we're average and unremarkable. That's why we work so hard to show how we're all different.
That does explain your quirky speaking mannerisms.
Don't sweat it. That's a perfectly common thing to worry about.
Don't say that!
So he's in this room, that's funny. At least it's creative. Yes, it's better to be creative than just not, or be an iPad kid.
Not even worth my time.
A battle.
I'll cut down anyone in my way.
What are those penguins doing?
Probably keeping their eggs warm.
Most likely. They look like a mama and a papa. Penguins are monogamous, faithful creatures. They never leave their mate. Isn't that romantic?
So they lay eggs because they're like husband and wife. But how do they make the eggs?
That's... well...
So, Laffy said, here's an interesting fact. A single penguin egg actually contains dozens of smaller orange eggs.
That's pretty cool.
So
that
their
makes
eggs
that
must
makes
be
them
small
pretty
and
creative. I
crunchy.
like that.
Yep. They have the texture of caviar and the rich flavor of sea urchins.
Keep their penguin asses.
So they're more like fish than birds.
So you've eaten them. How cruel. Look how much they care about their young.
While it may be a bit cruel, they taste amazing. They're considered a delicacy in some circles. Top a bowl of rice with these crunchy eggs and some rich penguin thigh meat, and you get a dish called family fricassee.
That's a horrific name.
I wasn't the one who named it, okay?
Those eggs look tasty, but I think I'll pass.
Yeah, I didn't eat turkey, but I did eat turkey bacon.
I'll end this quickly. I still need a lot of training.
I won't run away!
You won't get any pity or compassion from me.
We do have our penguins. You're right. And happy Thanksgiving to you too, Robert. It's been a minute since I got a chance to stream.
I won't run away!
Try as they might, it won't change anything.
He has like 80 different pillows for the fort. Do you guys buy him pillows specifically to make forts out of?
I'm ready for this.
Just how does this sword work?
Don't touch it. You'll hurt yourself.
In other words, the rest of her is fair game.
Where is he manifesting all these pillows from?
Is that?
Grimoire?
She's moving away.
A dragon?
No, just a big lizard demon.
Is it friends with fire? No mercy! Won't that be
Yeah, we fucked him up. So he also has some mats in his fort. That's sick. That's the beauty about pillow forts. They can just be rebuilt.
So she's the same sort of Mog as Bienfu?
You're Grimoire, right? We've been looking for you. We need your help. Who are you? I'm Velvet. I know your witch friend. Oh.
Grim, so wonderful to see you.
It's been forever!
Ah, you two. Still as outlandish a pair as ever, I see.
How exactly do you know her?
Witch training? She was an upperclassman.
Okay, I'll see you later, Robert.
We found this fascinating ancient tome, and
Have a
we
good
were
night,
hoping
man.
you could read it for us.
Goodness, Mogilou. You, of all people, joining a team? I didn't know you had it in you.
That keep me entertained.
Well, I don't need entertainment.
Bien! Come on, Grim! Isn't there any way you can help us?
It's not the kind of thing I do.
Oh, what a shame. Things happen. Well, we tried, didn't we?
Maybe you need some incentivizing. Do it. I'm serious. I bet you are. Your eyes tell me you're dangerous. Trouble follows you like a hawk tails a rabbit. And at my age, trouble is something I'd rather avoid.
How old are you?
Ask me again and you'll get a firework in the tush.
My apologies.
It appears we've wasted our time.
A walk on the beach is never wasted, but sorry.
Well, how did you learn to read the ancient tongue? Are there books for studying it or something?
My. Are you actually thinking of learning it on your own?
Well, I love reading, and I want to learn more about history. Besides, we need what's in this book.
You have passion, child, I'll give you that.
Not to mention you want to be helpful to Velvet, don't you, kid?
Yeah.
My tuition isn't cheap, you know.
You will teach me?
No, I won't. But I admire your dedication enough to read it for you. Now where's this book?
Here it is, ma'am.
You needn't be so formal.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Not ma'am. Right.
Let's see what we're looking at here. The language of ancient Avarost. Had to be the hard one, of course. A lot of wear and tear, too. This'll take some time. We're in a hurry.
That may well be, but this isn't the place for study. Let's move to someplace more comfortable.
You've redeemed yourself, young man. There's a village called Haria just a little ways away.
That works. Thank you.
Fine. Haria Village. Whatever gets the job done.
I apologize if I'm being rude, but I'd have to ask. You're not Aminoch the Empyrean, are you?
Of course I'm not. What would even make you ask such a thing?
A shop in Isolt was selling Aminoch figurines that looked just like you.
Oh, that. I distinctly remember whispering to the shopkeeper in his sleep, telling him not to sell those things.
You showing up in his dreams probably only convinced him you were the real deal. You should sue for his use of your likeness and get proper compensation from that shopkeeper.
Forget it. It's no concern.
Yeah, you're right. It's not like they'd ever sell anyway.
Oh, you think a figurine of mine wouldn't sell?
You got this whole somber ennui thing going on. A figurine needs to be cute, like me.
Then how about I turn you into a product?
Me? Really?
Oh yes. I'll have you stuffed and mounted. But since it'd be a unique piece, I'd have to price it a bit higher.
Mounted? No, count me out!
Oh, you're no fun. Now, what was it we were talking about?
Whether or not you are the Empyrean Aminoch.
Ah, yes, that's right. I'm no Empyrean. I'm just a simple girl. It would be hard for anyone to worship an Empyrean like me, right?
That's true. I mean, it just seems like you're the type who can see through anything, so perhaps an Empyrean seems less intimidating from a certain point of view.
You're saying I'm scarier than an Empyrean?
Not scarier exactly, just more of a savvy sort of woman.
That's not a bad answer, but it won't get you out of the doghouse.
Haria, isn't that the village with that demon that Oscar and Teresa were talking about?
I think it might be. We should remain on our guard.
Yeah, it was close.
Don't get careless.
A complete victory!
That's Haria Village.
To the vanguard! I still need a run.
From what we heard in Iseult, demons are attacking villages, and more people are growing upset with the Abbey. So I hadn't expected things in Haria Village to be so laid back.
They might be on their best behavior because you're accompanied by an exorcist.
Huh. I didn't know you could see the world in more than just black and white.
The Abbey wouldn't entrust my responsibilities to someone who couldn't see beyond the surface. I have seen many things in my work. I've beheld both the light and the darkness in the world of men. Despite that, no, because of that, I won't turn away from the wrongs that I encounter. Moreover, I have faith. I believe there is good in all our souls.
The darkness, huh?
Yes, like you.
You're awfully direct.
I can't deal with this anymore.
What's the matter?
Everyone's sick of all these fruit-flavored gels, right? So, I made gels using the giant cacao beans only found here on this island. It gave them a nice bitter chocolate taste. But people complained that they weren't avant-garde enough. Ugh, chocolate-flavored gels, how prosaic, bah! This got me fuming! So I caught some maiden bonita fish you find around here, ground them up, and made some gels with them.
You put fish into chocolate gels?
Well, people do braise meat with chocolate. Chocolate and fish may go surprisingly well together.
Exactly! It was the discovery of a century. The bonito flakes crunchiness and the gel's gumminess made for an exquisitely bad combo, which made it interesting.
So if you made an innovative new type of gel, why are you so angry?
That's exactly my problem. I outdid myself. Now I need to make my Gels World debut as amazing as they are. So I thought up the ultimate plan.
And that is?
I'll put my Choconito gels in toilets all over the world. I'll call it the Great Choconito Toilet Gambit. No one will go to the bathroom without finding my gels. I think everyone will have a lot of fun. So, genius, right?
Yeah, it's weird, but I think it's funny too.
Right? I knew that kids would get it.
Who's a kid?
But all the adults in my village called it silly and lowbrow. They forbade me from selling my Choconito gels at all. Isn't that just horrible?
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Aw, man. Things used to be so much better. Mom would make me dinner, and all I had to do was goo 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 ga, and everyone would smile and praise me. I don't want to become the kind of grown-up who can't find any fun in looking for gels in toilets.
We could use a place to stay.
Yep.
All right, time to start deciphering this scroll.
Let's wait somewhere outside so Grin can concentrate.
Do you think maybe I could stay and watch? I really do want to study the ancient tongue. I promise I'll be quiet and not get in your way, teacher.
What did you just say, child?
That I'd be quiet and...
No, what did you call me?
Teacher? You said you didn't want to be called ma'am, so I thought maybe that'd work.
Yes, satisfactory. All right. I'll teach you how to read Ancient Avarost.
Thank you so much, teacher!
We'll leave you two alone then. Let us know if anything comes up.
So she digs being called teacher. Well played, Laphicet.
She wasn't so fond of ma'am, so I guess he figured he needed an alternative.
You could tell how badly he wanted to help her with the languagey work. I think our Malak boy's finally finding himself.
So it would seem.
What connection do you think there is between the violent demon Teresa mentioned and this village?
Couldn't tell you.
Could there have been a demon blight breakout here? This village doesn't look like it's been attacked, but...
Whatever it is. If it keeps the Abbey's eyes off us, that's good enough for me.
You really will use anything and everything towards your own aims, won't you?
Yep, and that includes you. As I'm sure you've noticed.
sounds like deciphering the text might take some time.
We should be prepared to wait it out here a while. Hopefully it'll all be worth it in the end.
I hope so too. But ancient Avarost is complex. It's not just a matter of knowing the grammar and vocabulary.
Oh? Then how exactly do you read it?
I'm not sure about the specifics myself, but from what I understand, you kind of have to intuit a lot of it.
A language based on guesswork? Thanks, old dead people. You're officially the worst.
Banning local religions. The Abbey sure knows how to oppress the populace.
I'd imagine that comes part and parcel with spreading the good word. Other gods would only get in the way.
From what we overheard, it sounds like they've taken over Amenoch's temple, Palamedes, to use as their base of operations.
Sealing it off would be provocative enough, but straight up taking it over? Not a lot of so-called reason to that. Unless... Do you think they need it for some other purpose?
Shrug.
Oh, ancient Avarost. You have the obstinacy of a spurned lover who refuses to move on.
Even for you, teacher?
It's this one crucial line. I can't wrap my head around it.
Well, from what you've taught me so far, it looks like it says Sa, Hopo, Mucho, Sancho.
Correct, but if you merely translate it word for word, it ends up saying, the parent hates tomatoes, the child eggplants.
I doubt those have much to do with the Nominat. Yeah.
Their grammar is nothing like ours. Sometimes you have to reorder the words, and even then the meaning can require leaps of logic and flashes of intuition.
Reordering. So like, San, Pocho, Pocho Musan. Can you read it that way?
Pocho Musan. Now where did you get that from?
These words are lined up, like they repeat. And when I read this part that same way, it just felt right.
Pocho Musan. If that's repeated here, then the passage turns into the Nameless Empyrean.
Empyrean!
Ho ho, that has to refer to Innominat. I think we're on to something. Alright, so if we apply this rule here, then... It would seem to be a book of children's counting songs.
It's not about Innominat?
What matters is what the song says, child. And I think you will be very interested in the words. I wonder if they've made any progress yet.
Shall we go check on them?
Ah, my leg.
Listen, I don't know what they told you, but our village has its own traditions. This village is under the divine protection of the Empyrean Aminoch. For unbroken centuries, a line of his priestesses have guided us. They're tasked with performing the sacred rites of worship. And sometimes, they even deliver us his words and will. And there's still a priestess today? Of course. And her daughter is training to become our next priestess. Although, I sometimes feel they push themselves too hard. Both mother and daughter are giving their all for Haria. But the Abbey doesn't care about any of that. And they stole our temple from us. By force. An exorcist named Teresa came and heard us out. But from the very beginning, she always intended on taking our temple. Her words may have been kind, but that doesn't change the fact that she demanded that we worship her god, Inominat. In all the years we've worshipped Aminoch, not once did we ever try to force others to adopt our beliefs. Why haven't I seen this priestess she's talking about?
Do you plan on just giving up? Palamedes is Aminoch's temple. The priestess isn't the only one whose job it is to protect that temple. It's the duty of everyone born in this village.
Why did the Abbey need Aminoch's temple badly enough to risk causing this much unrest?
But how will we protect our village from the demons if the Abbey abandons us? Besides, we won't be able to do business with the people of Isolt anymore.
Our faith in Aminoch has nothing to do with the demons. When the priestess gets back, I'm going with her to protest.
The demon blight changed everything. Will we never be able to return to the way things were?
The way things were. Well, any results? Yes. Well, thanks to the boy here. As it turns out, he has quite the knack for languages.
Only because I've got the best teacher.
Careful, honey tongue. You'll give the girl ideas. Huh? Now, child, I'm sure they're curious about the song we unearthed. Why don't you read it aloud?
Yes, teacher.
Song?
8-headed is the lord of the land, with 7 mouths to devour malevolence. Through pulses of earth doth base nature's flow, as he awaits the time of awakening. 4 Empyreans may tear him asunder, but so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therians shall be forever reborn, in sight of the full crimson moon. The nameless Empyrean hath one heart, the nameless Empyrean hath one body.
Therians? Essentially, this ancient text you found is an annotated volume of drawings and songs pertaining to Innominat. Annotated? Then hurry up and just tell us what it means.
I'm sorry. So far, we've only figured out how to read the song lyrics.
All right.
I take it we're still in for a good long wait before it's thoroughly decrypted.
Likely so, but if we want to find out what the Abbey is up to, we need to know what's in this book, no matter how long it takes.
What the Abbey's up to, is it? I think we can learn much, even from the lyrics alone. The drawings depict him with 8 heads. One of them belongs to his main body, but the other 7 are his mouths. Those mouths consume malevolence, sending it along earth pulses back to that main body so he can awaken. The 7 monsters fitting that description are called
Therians.
Right. Now as for this malevolence, I have no idea what that means.
What about the second part?
I haven't studied much ancient history, but it said this world was created by 4 Empyreans: earth, water, wind, and fire. But they also call Innominat an Empyrean. Perhaps a war broke out between Innominat and the other Empyreans that resulted in him being sealed away. But if there is someone to connect with this divine power, the Therians will keep spawning. And just like that, Innominat will be revived. If we assume that Shepard Artorias fits that bill, and that he's trying to reawaken Innominat, everything lines up.
Which means our job is to find these Therians and cut off Innominat's heads, so to speak.
But where do we even start looking for them?
Remember, the song states that the Therians in Innominat's body are connected through earth pulses. If their job is to feed Innominat, the most effective place to position them would be at the earth pulse points.
Points?
The places where the power of earth pulses is concentrated.
Places with that sigil. Hey, remember the barrier that was keeping this bug in the forest?
Wait, are you trying to say that thing's a Therian? And yet, it would explain why the Abbey was keeping it locked up.
And there was that same barrier at the villa, too.
That's right. Do you suppose that was also a Therian? Does that mean the Therians all come in different forms?
Should we go to Logris and check?
We've just started deciphering the book. I'd hate to lose time on some fool's errand. I'd rather know at least a little more about what's in it before we make a move.
Something bothering you, Grim?
This line. The one about Therians being forever reborn.
I just felt the same thing as I did in Morg Forest.
The needle's pointing in the direction of Aminoch's temple, Palamedes. Do I recall hearing that the Abbey took that over?
Temples and ritual sites are often built on places thought to be rich in spiritual energy. Could the temple possibly be an Earth Pulse point?
There's lots of Earth Pulse points scattered all over the world. If there's only 7 Therians, most of them will be empty.
It's not like we have any better leads. If there's even a chance, shouldn't we go check it out?
Better than sitting around waiting on the book. If nothing else, we'll find out what Laphicet is sensing.
Just a theory, but if you were to kill a Therian...
What?
I guess there's only one way to find out. Never mind. Good luck out there.
Who are you?
The innkeeper's daughter. I happened to overhear you all talking about going to Palamedes, and...
Did you report us to the Abbey?
Report? But you already have an exorcist with you.
If you have any business, talk with her then.
I'm Eleanor Hume, an exorcist with the Abbey. How might I be of service?
I want you to look for someone. A mother and her child went to visit the Abbey grounds, but they haven't returned.
They've both gone missing?
Yes. The mother's name is Mahina. She's a priestess of Aminoch. And her little daughter's name is Kamawana.
Hold on. If she's a priestess of Aminoch...
Right. Ever since the Abbey booted her out from the temple, she's been regularly going back to make her objections heard. But one day, she never returned home. And now her daughter has disappeared too. I can only assume that she went to go look for her mother.
And you believe they're being held at the temple?
Oh no, ma'am. I just can't imagine Mahina would abandon her daughter like that. Kamawana is next in line to succeed her, so she's had a strict upbringing, but her mother truly loves her. Please forgive Mahina for her protests. I was just hoping you could use the Abbey's resources to track them down.
I will do everything in my power to find them.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Like Kamawana, I grew up with only my mother as family. I can't help but worry for them.
Of course. Let's be off, Miss Exorcist. Eleanor, what's your game here?
The mother and daughter, you mean? That's on me. I'll search for them myself.
I don't care about that.
Well, what then?
Why are you actively helping us decipher the book when we're using it to thwart the Abbey's plans?
You think I might be deliberately misleading you? Laying a trap of some sort for you all?
Are you?
I think you're a lot of things, Demon. But foolish is not one of them. I want to know the truth. I want to know what Lord Artorias is trying to accomplish. And there's something happening in the world right now. I want to know what it is. Unfortunately, little old Eleanor has never been deemed trustworthy enough to be given such information. So, my only option is to find out for myself.
You've got the soul searching down at least.
The Abbey and your band of rogues follow two different paths. But something tells me either will lead me to the same destination.
And so you don't see any need to lie to us?
Exactly.
And what'll you do if those truths don't line up cleanly with what you believe?
I'm not sure yet.
As honest an answer as any. Either way, it looks like you'll be working with us for the near future.
Yes, for now.
Hey, could I ask you something?
What is it?
About the Therians. I've heard you call yourself a Therian before. Is there any particular insight you have about them?
No, none. Artorias said I was one, that's all.
And that doesn't bother you?
Does it bother you?
Nope, not at all. If you're not worried, then neither am I.
I'm surrounded by freaks. But was that truly the reason Ceres chose me?
Velvet keeps picking on Madame Eleanor. They're total opposites, so I know they're just gonna clash sometimes, but Velvet takes it too far. You really think they're totally opposite? If Madame Eleanor is a white lily, then Velvet is a black rose. If Madame Eleanor is a soaring Pegasus, then Velvet is a wolf in the shadows. If Madame Eleanor is a plate of spaghetti carbonara, Velvet is squiddy noodles with seaweed. I don't follow you completely, but I think I get the point. I'm sure you understand. The two have nothing at all in common. And since they don't share anything in common, some fighting now and then just can't be helped. Well, they both have beautiful hair. Okay, but we're talking a noble exorcist and an aloof demon. Eleanor sometimes treats you coldly. And Velvet has helped me more times than I can count. Madame Eleanor gives herself fully to the salvation of others, but Velvet is bent solely on revenge. That means they're both motivated by thoughts of others. How is the cheerful and talkative Madame Eleanor at all the same as the brooding, taciturn Velvet? Both of them talk to me when it's just the two of us together. You're just trying to be contrary. I'm only telling you what I've experienced. Actually, I feel that Madame Eleanor isn't really reaching out to me. It's all right if Eleanor doesn't want to talk to you. I'm here for you, Bienfu. You aren't alone. That just makes me feel lonelier.
You two are opposites yourselves. Huh? I'm ready for this.
Well then, let's move on.
Turn the dish up.
A complete victory!
Guess it's time to pass.
full power.
No, I can't die here.